From the Home Slice News Center, this is the Daily Slice for Thursday, December 7th, 2023. I'm D. Ray Knight. This is what's going on. The Rapid City Council will delay 2 resolutions regarding changes in water utility rates until the next council meeting. Council members say they want to ensure the public has enough time to review the pertinent water rate study, calling for rate increases. The primary focus of the discussion was a resolution which aims to amend the rates for water and water reclamation utilities for the years 2024 through 2028. The Public Works Department says the change is seen as crucial for the city to cover its operational and maintenance expenses and to fund capital improvements. The dissatisfaction with the incomplete information provided in the study, particularly its projection of adding 20,000 accounts over the next 20 years, is what raised concerns. We have more information about a man arrested in Sturgis after an international manhunt. Amy Rose has the details.
New details are emerging about the case of a man who was arrested in Sturgis after an international manhunt that started with an Amber Alert out of Canada back in August. Authorities found Benjamin Moore at a Sturgis area campground with his common-law wife and 2 children. Investigators also found child pornography. A couple who are regulars at the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally reported the family after noticing the kids were the ones featured in an Amber Alert. Under a plea deal reached with prosecutors, Moore plans to plead guilty to child porn and faces up to 10 years in prison.
In news from the nation and the world, Israeli forces struck the southern Gaza town of Rafah twice overnight, sowing fear in one of the last places where civilians can seek refuge. Israel has widened its offensive against Hamas from the devastated north to southern areas already packed with displaced people. United Nations officials say there are no safe places in Gaza. Heavy fighting in and around the southern city of Khan Yunis has displaced tens of thousands of people and cut most of Gaza off from deliveries of food, water, and other vital aid. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres used a rarely exercised power to warn the Security Council of an impending humanitarian catastrophe, and he urged members to demand a ceasefire. The United States appeared likely to block any such effort. The 4th GOP presidential debate was last night. Amy Rose has more.
With the Iowa caucuses rapidly approaching, a shrinking field of Republican White House hopefuls gathered last night in Alabama for the 4th presidential debate. As usual, former President Donald Trump, who is dominating the GOP primary, didn't appear. Instead, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, businessman Vivek Ramaswamy, and former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie continued their effort to gain a sliver of the spotlight in the race. Haley was under attack from the opening seconds of the debate, while Trump was largely ignored until Christie complained that his 3 rivals have been silent about the threats Trump presents to democracy.
The U.S. military has announced it's grounding all of its V-22 Osprey tilt-rotor aircraft 1 week after 8 Air Force Special Operations Command service members died in a crash off the coast of Japan. The Air Force, Navy, and Marine Corps took the extraordinary step of grounding hundreds of aircraft after a preliminary investigation of last week's crash indicated that it was material failure, that something went wrong with the aircraft, and not a mistake by the crew that led to the deaths. The crash raised new questions about the safety of the Osprey, which has been involved in multiple fatal accidents over its relatively short time in service. Japan grounded its fleet of 14 Ospreys after the crash. Your weather forecast from the Home Slice Weather Center. Mostly sunny and windy with a high of 61. Low tonight, 35. And that was your Daily Slice for Thursday, December 7th, 2023. The Daily Slice is a production of Home Slice Media Group, hosted by D. Ray Knight with Amy Rose. Executive producer Mark Houston. Engineered by Chris Jaquess. I'm D. Ray Knight. Have a great day.